We live in a world where everything is affected by outside forces. Every step you've taken in your life has gotten you to where you are today. So, if you knew that one step could alter everything, would you take it? Even if it took you in the wrong direction? Addiction forms in many different ways. Many people like to gamble. Some people stop at every McDonald's they see. Some people spend their entire lives working, but for what? Some people can't pull themselves away from the TV. Some people find comfort in their medicine cabinet, and some people find it at the bottom of a bottle. Addiction comes in all forms. Some people live for the minute that they clock out of work so that they can go sit at a bar stool, the same bar stool that they always sit at, just so they can feel something. Happy hour only lasts an hour, but the paranoia that can follow hard alcohol addiction lasts a lifetime. Many people would like to treat their mental illnesses and the things that bother them, but what many people fail to realize is that a lot of what they're doing affects their mental stability. If you say no to drugs and alcohol, you can avoid this sensation of anxiety and depression. College is a time of finding yourself, but don't find yourself at the bottom of a bottle. You are you without the effects of drugs and alcohol. You do not need drugs and alcohol to make friends. People will never get to know the real you unless you're sober.
There are so many things in life that people take advantage of, so many places, blessings, and abilities. Have you ever taken the time to stop and think what a gift it is to be able to travel and move without anyone holding your hand or assisting you every second of every day? Have you thought about how grateful you are to have a family that cares and supports you, or even the fact that you're healthy, living each day to the fullest? Be thankful that you're not one who lives the pain-filled life that the rising number of drug addicts face every day, wondering if it will be their last. Too many young individuals filled with potential are being controlled by such powerful addictions. Withdrawal symptoms occur between 24 and 48 hours after the last fix. This consists of inflammation of the gums, cold sweats, itching, insomnia, etc., not to mention the damage that is done internally. Kidney failures are caused by dehydration, muscle breakdown, and body temperature increase from the use of drugs such as heroin and ketamine. Liver problems occur from alcoholism, opioids, steroids, and inhalants. A drug addict's heart is at risk for users that inject drugs due to the risk of collapsed veins and bacterial infections in the bloodstream or heart. Also, the lungs are affected for those who smoke their drugs, such as marijuana and crack cocaine. Although many of these drugs tend to be cheap and available, it's not worth getting hooked in the trap that is incredibly difficult to get out of. Not only does it affect your life now, however, the addiction may have long-term effects even for those who overcome these deadly dependencies. It has been heard that diagnoses such as diabetes have developed from heroin addicts in which they encounter for the rest of their lives. Also, females have a difficult time conceiving due to the previous decisions to use drugs. Each person has so much potential to make something of themselves. However, too many individuals decide to waste their time being wasted on drugs.
Drug abuse impacts several aspects that most may not think about. When taking a bigger look at the idea, it should be clear that the negative effects of drug abuse are substantial and can affect all of the environment and society. Countries throughout the world have similar negative impacts of society due to drug abuse and addiction. It is important to understand the impact drug use can have on the individual and society as a whole. Addicts may like the feeling they get when they are high, but the drug abuse will catch up to them and hurt them in the long run, as well as their families. With so many negative outcomes that can come from drug abuse, it really makes you think, what's the point? The point is, you have a life to live. Do not miss out. Do not succumb to drugs and alcohol through your college years.